What's going on today? We have the RTX 5070. This is the ROS Master version of the card. We'll be pairing it with the 9800X3D and 32 gigs of RAM. The only thing I want you to do is just hit that subscribe button. Let's jump into the game. All right, what's going on, everyone? We're in Silent Hill F again. We've got the quality preset enabled with quality DLSS 4. So I'm overriding it. I'm forcing that DLSS 4 model through. And we're at 46 FPS here. Now, something I want to let everyone know that there is something called DLSS smooth frames that you can also enable in the DLSS app, and that will give you a noticeable jump in performance as far as frame rate goes. With these current settings, I was getting about 90 to 100 FPS with that enabled, and at the end of the video, I'll go through how I would play it, and it will be with those smooth frames enabled. So I'll give you a little quick rundown of like what that looks like at this setting, but let's just keep going with like the kind of core of the test right now. And right now we are just going to go down here and check out the next level. So right here we have it says custom because it forces this frame rate to be 30, and once you change it, it obviously switches that over to custom. But right now we're on DLSS quality. Let's just go to balanced here at 4K. And that gives you a nice jump up to about 76 FPS. Now, if I go to that truck, it's going to start a story that I don't want to get into. But yeah, we're at 70, 68, 69 FPS. And, our allocated VRAM's at 10.6. And usually the only thing I'm ever concerned with on a 5070 at 4K is that VRAM being 12. But right here, we're not anywhere close to it. We're, staying under that buffer just fine. Our VRAM S, the spilled VRAM, is at 351 megabytes, which that just tells me that that is not spilling. Usually when that number starts going wildly all over the place is when that kind of indicates spill. If it's staying where it's at, that indicates that we don't have any spilled VRAM. It will never say zero. It has to have some sort of communication by sharing that VRAM. But, you just want to make sure that it's not moving around on you. All right, so let's just keep going through the rest of the settings here. I'm going to go pretty quickly because this game does run extremely well. If you are having stutters, that is a weird issue going on right now with some of the shaders. And what I did to fix it was I let it sit on the title screen for about 10 minutes to make sure that all those shaders were completely compiled. I restarted the game. And then I restarted my system. Then I restarted, and as the system came back up, I turned the game back on, let it sit for another minute or two, and it's been completely fine ever since. No stutters. It's been perfectly smooth. So if you're having stutters, that's my recommendation, is to just do what I just suggested there with those restart, and do it in that order, because I restarted the game 5 or 6 times and it still did it. So I think that a hard reset to the actual system is necessary, and then again, since then it's been perfectly okay. But anyway, let's just keep on going. So this has been performance, so let's just go on down here and check it out again. I think that was performance. What was that? Yeah, that's performance. Okay, so let's go up to that next preset, or that lower preset. We're just going to go to balanced, and again, that messes with our frames, I can already tell. So we're going to go DLSS quality, come back up here. This is so tedious. I'm so sorry you have to watch all this, but let's just keep going. All right, so you got to unlock the frames every time you change that preset. So right here at balanced with quality DLSS, we are on about 77, 76 FPS, in the 80s, perfectly good performance here. No issues at all. I think that you don't even really need to go this far as DLSS goes. Or the preset goes, because DLSS, again, I'm going to show you a good setting at the very end that I would probably play with those smooth frames enabled, and I'll have all the chapter markers set up for you. All right, so yeah, we're at 58 FPS here, and let's just jump down and see what kind of that next level of DLSS will give us. I've gotten pretty quick at this actually with a controller. All right, so balanced. So this is balanced preset with balanced DLSS. That gives you about 67 FPS, so we're doing pretty fine. Again, I don't think you're going to even really need to go this low on the presets because we can do that smooth frame override. And on a game like this, if you're in the 40s or 50s, man, that frame gen is just so nice because you're not really too worried about response time. You just want to have a good fluid experience, and that's what it will provide for sure. All right, so let's just keep on going just to give everybody everything that they care about. I like to be extremely thorough with chapter markers. That way you can just skip to the parts you care about. But I don't want to leave anyone out because I don't really know everyone's playstyle. It's all different, right? So that's 84, 85, or I'm sorry, not 84, 95 FPS. So that's really good. This is balanced preset with performance DLSS. All right, and we're close to 100, so that tells me once we jump down to performance preset, we'll be well over 100. Now, the main thing between these preset is the Lumen, and that is the ray tracing system that is within Unreal 5. Of course, the quality preset enables both the Lumen for, I'll show you here, it enables both the Lumen for indirect lighting and reflections. So whenever you go to balanced, it gets rid of the reflections and goes to screen space reflections, which is kind of like an old school way with like mirroring and flipping stuff over. It's like it does a really good job, but once ray tracing came out, it definitely superseded it. But what that does is it just gets rid of that ray trace reflections. But right here, when I kick on the preset for performance, it's actually going to drop that Lumen down to high. So I'll show you here. So it drops the Lumen down from basically epic to high. You can keep going down to off if you want to, but it drops it down to high and then leaves that screen space reflection. So that's kind of how it achieves that performance setting, is by dropping all this stuff to medium, but mainly the thing that it's doing is kicking that ray tracing on and off depending on what you select. But just that's what it's mainly doing. That's how you're getting your performance. So this is the performance preset with quality DLSS. God, the names. I just prefer low, medium, high, ultra. Man, they're inventing terms and it's just confusing. But that gives us 76 FPS with quality DLSS. Again, with a screen space reflections mainly, and lowering the Lumen is mainly what is giving us the performance that we have right now. That's kind of like the heavy hitters in this title. But yeah, let's keep on going and show everyone everything here. So let's jump to graphics, come down here, go back to balanced. This is just manipulating the upscaling. That's all I've done. Everything else was left alone. It gives you about 88 FPS, 86 FPS or so. And I can tell you right now that quality preset with quality DLSS with the smooth frames enabled is no different feeling. I mean, this game is, again, not fast, so, why give up all that visual fidelity when you can just kick on smooth frames? But again, I like to show everything to everybody. Let's just jump into options again here. Come down, kick on performance, leaving everything else alone. So this is performance preset with performance DLSS, and that gives you over 100 FPS here with, again, no smooth frames enabled. But yeah, I think you're going to like the setting that I would recommend because it gives you a very, very nice experience with identical frame pacing, in my opinion, to what I'm doing right now. But what I want to do first, just to cover it all, as I mentioned, we're at 4K here and we're having a really good showing. So we can turn that Lumen off. We can turn screen space reflections off. But we can go up to very high on everything else. This is not a preset. This is just something that I'm exploring. So basically you're giving up your, insane cool lighting systems and all that stuff, but you're upping your textures and your, meshes and that kind of stuff. You're really getting the anti-aliasing and all that stuff to look really good with this quality preset that I just switched it to. But yeah, everything else is basically maxed out other than the lighting in this particular scenario. So right now we're just going to check that out, and that gives you 69 FPS, right? So it looks good. You don't have the lighting. Things are definitely not as deep and not as in-depth looking without that lighting system enabled, but it does give you the ability to go to quality and stay well above 69 FPS, 70 FPS, stuff like that. But this is not how I would play this game. With some tinkering in the NVIDIA app, we're going to get a really nice experience. I do need to restart, but I'm going to show you how I do that for those who aren't aware. If you are aware, then, just, skip this part if you want to. But for those who are not aware, I would go into the quality preset. I would absolutely max everything out, just all the way up. You have to use upscaling in this title. It's just a thing. All right, so right here, everything's quality. Everything's as high as it can go. Lumen is on Epic on both your indirect lighting and your reflections. We're going to unlock this dumb frame rate limit, and we're going to hit Windows key. I'm in the window borderless mode, so it doesn't freak out on you. Come down here, and of course you're going to have your NVIDIA app here. So we're going to go over to Silent Hill. If it doesn't look like this, it might look like this when you pull it up. Just go to Settings, and it'll get you to this screen. But what you want to do is come over to Silent Hill and come down here to the bottom, these driver settings, and you're going to look for, this is how you override it. So you would do this, you'd click latest. That's what I've been playing as the whole time. But you're going to look for smooth motion, and you're going to turn that on, okay? So once that's on, you can go ahead and exit out. Now it's not going to reflect yet. I need to restart, but once I restart, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, because right here, we're at about 49 FPS, all right, 50 FPS. And I can kind of tell. I've been playing at 100 FPS this whole time. I can tell it's definitely, kind of struggling a little bit as far as frame pacing goes and that kind of thing. But I'm going to restart and come back, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, how I would play this game at 4K on this card. All right, I'm back. So as you can see, we are in the 90s now, and it feels extremely smooth. It does not feel like I'm generating frames whatsoever. It feels like just any old setting that I had earlier, but it dramatically increases our frame rate just by enabling that smooth motion. So I'll go into here and just, in case you don't believe me, we're on 4K still, no limit. All right, so we got that custom preset. I'll go ahead and apply it and redo it just for everyone to see. I accidentally hit the back button. We need to kick that limit off. We got frame rate set to, unlocked. We're going to go back to DLSS quality and jump back out of it. All right, so that gives you a big jump. So we're at the 60s, 68, 75. Give it a second. All right, there it goes. So 90, 93. Huge difference. 100 FPS here at max settings. On a game like this that's slow-paced, getting 45 to 50 FPS with smooth frames enabled, that gets you up to about 90. Virtually no different as far as like frame pacing goes from having to use your balanced settings and using more DLSS and that kind of stuff. You can get an extremely good visual clarity, nice lighting. That Lumen looks very good. And in a game like this that has the eeriness, you want that lighting. That really adds to the value of that creepiness to a game like this. And I've played enough of it already. Past this part, you're in for a good time. It's pretty damn creepy. But yeah, we're just going to probably jump down into 1440 just to show you what it'll look like real quick. I really wanted to focus on using this card to show you the value of that smooth frame override for a game that didn't ship with any sort of frame generation on it right now. But right now, instead of having to go through and do this, I'm going to go back and actually you have to set your Windows resolution to what you want, because this game will force you to look at it crazy otherwise. So I'm just going to Windows P, and that's going to bring up the display settings here. I'm going to jump in, and I'm going to do a restart because the game freaks out. Once I do that, I'll be right back. All right, so here we are again at 1440p. You're not going to have any problems. I've actually disabled smooth motion right now. So this is just running straight up how we had it running before. So at 1440p, you're going to get the exact same frame rate, not exact, but pretty close to what 4K would look like with that smooth motion enabled. Again, we can go through and check out some settings real quick, but I mean, honestly, it's running so well, I don't think I need to really prove to you guys that you're going to be able to play this title at 1440 on this card. But yeah, quality DLSS is on. We're just going to run through these presets. So that was quality. We're going to go up to balanced just to show you what it looks like. So again, that gets rid of the reflections, ray trace reflections. It goes with the screen space reflections. We're going to go to DLSS quality and jump through here. All right, so we're at 110 FPS, 113 FPS. Again, just like at 4K, I don't think you're going to need to go with any preset other than quality preset with quality DLSS. And if you're on 1440, just don't worry about the smooth motion unless you just want some insanely high numbers. But if you're on 4K, just enable that smooth motion. That's how I would play it. But yeah, 4K, it really does show the value of those overrides in the NVIDIA app. So I definitely recommend utilizing those until this game potentially adds frame generation. You know, who knows? I think Silent Hill 2 didn't ship with it right out of the box and added it later. But yeah, we're at 92 FPS here. And let's just jump down here and show you what performance looks like. So we are just the performance setting. Let's see here. Let's go with it. Where is it? Come on, get it together. All right, so we're going to come down here, presets. There we go. Performance setting. Again, we're going to unlock that frame rate. It loves to lock the frame rate. All right, so and TSR, going to switch that over to quality DLSS. And this gives you 126 FPS. This is just way more than you would ever need for a game like this. Definitely looks good. Frame pacing is so smooth. You know, I was very worried when I first booted this game up and I was having all of those crazy hitches. I mean, so bad to where it was like unplayable to me. But, you know, I'm really, really happy that that was just a kind of a user error / not knowing, you know, that it needed more time to compile those shaders. You know, thanks again for the folks on my YouTube sounding off in the comments. Let me know that that was an issue. That definitely was correct. So appreciate it. I'll thank you later once I get big enough. I'll, you know, send you a Steam card or something. But yeah, so everything looks really good. Excellent title. Very creepy. We're going to jump off now. If you want to support me, of course, you can donate directly to my channel now through, you know, a super or anything like that. If you feel compelled to, that would be amazing. If not, there are links in the bottom down in the description. And by using one of those links, you can support me if you complete your purchase within 24 hours. And not a lot of people know this, but you can click on one of my links and you don't even have to buy that item. You can go buy a blender. You can go buy 10 pairs of socks, whatever you want to do using my links. That is a small way that you can give what you would normally give to Amazon to a small creator, and we can keep testing games, and I can keep buying cards and keep serving the community in the way that I hope I am. So yeah, with all that said, thanks so much for the love, all the comments. Everything's been super whirlwind past 500 subs, so a lot of things unlocked for me here on YouTube, and I really just appreciate everyone who has subscribed. If you haven't yet, please join. We have a pretty good time over here, and we will see you in the very next video. Peace.